Hey guys, Lunar Spiral 27 here, bringing you Bleach, chapter 515, Relics. So the chapter begins right after Yuha, Bach, Hashvald, and the rest of the Sternritters have left Soul Society. Squad 4 has finally mobilized and managed to grab any of the shinigami that were injured or supposedly dead and tried to heal them. Isane, in Squad 4 headquarters, asked Unohana why they couldn't try to heal the shinigami during the war going on in the Serete, but Unohana basically says that Squad 4 had to stay put inside because it was had Captain Yamamoto's order, his final order. Then right when we get to the title page, we get to see basically where the place where the battle between Yamamoto and Yuha Bach took place. We see the huge hole created right after Bach launched a onslaught of arrows on the ground. It seems that Ichigo is okay now, and apparently he got a message from Urahara saying that him, Orihime, and Chad are okay. So, the mysterious person with the sword, I guess he's or she is an ally? Or, for all we know, this could be a lie from the mysterious person with the sword to trick them and maybe capture Urahara, Chad, Norihime, and Hueco Mundo, or something. I don't know. I mean, seriously, am I the only one who wants to know who the hell this mysterious person is? It's been so long. I mean, who is it? I mean, if the message was true, then I guess this person is an ally, not an enemy. Maybe it's Grimjaw, I don't know. We also get like a little cameo of Hanataro Yamada that we haven't even seen him ever since he was there in Hueco Mundo. I think he was there when Zomari was fighting against Byakuya and Rukia, right around there. But, you know, right after that we see Shinji and he's taking Ichigo to the intensive care, and it seems that Rukia and Renji, they were so injured that they had to get surgery, and right now they're in stable condition, so they're okay. Renji, wasn't he kicked by that luchador Quincy? I know that he was also attacked by Zenbon Zakura also, but I didn't think that his injuries would be so severe that he would need surgery, especially Rukia's. I mean, the last time we saw Rukia, she was fighting against this mysterious Quincy, which we haven't seen before. Well, we have actually never seen him or her at all. And then, right then, it was just some sort of cut and then blood splatter, and you see Rukia on the ground. I mean, I didn't think her injuries would be that severe that you need surgery, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things, so yeah. Rukia, so far, is conscious, and she thanks Ichigo for coming to save Soul Society. Ichigo's being modest because he said that he didn't really do much, but Shinji said that you actually did what you had to do, and if you didn't show up, things would have gone way worse. But then right after that, Ichigo had to go leave to head to Captain Kurotsuchi. Apparently, it's got something to do with his Zanpakuto. Yeah, I forgot to mention this in my previous review. Ichigo's Bankai sword was broken, Tenta Zangetsu. I have not recalled once that his Bankai was broken. I mean, Shikai, yes. And even when it wasn't even released before, yeah. But his Bankai, never once have I seen it broken. Ever. So, Hashvald is the first person in Bleach to cut Ichigo's Tenta Zangetsu. I also noticed lately that Quincy's are starting to use swords more often. I thought they only used bows and arrows, but I guess they also use swords. We don't know like what's going on with Ichigo's Zanpakuto, but I think we may know in next week's chapter 516. But, you know, right after Ichigo left, Rukia and Shinji, they're having a conversation of what was going on with Ichigo's because he seemed to be upset. Shinji assumes that it's because his Zanpakuto was broken and he's got so much on his mind right now. Plus he was like really exhausted. Also, he said that he couldn't really save anyone when he arrived. But Rukia says that it seems like there is more to it, like he's hiding something, and which is true because right before Bach left, he told him that he had Quincy powers and his mom may be a Quincy and he may or may not be related to Yoa Bach. I don't think he could be. I mean, Bach could be like his grandfather or something. But, you know, since the Sternritters have left, I'm actually hoping... I wasn't expecting, like, to learn anything new because this is basically the aftermath of the Vandenreich invading Soul Society. But then we cut back to the headquarters of Squad 1. It seems, according to Ukitake, they couldn't find Yamamoto's corpse. And apparently it has been annihilated by Bach, by that onslaught of arrows. I mean, seriously, poor guy. Cut in half from shoulder to torso, arm cut off, and blown up by massive arrows. But they managed, so far they only managed to find Yamamoto's Zanpakuto, Zanka no Tachi. The rest of the captains that are there are Toshiro, Kumamura, Rose, Soifon, Kensei, and Shinji, as well as Ukitake. One of the messengers came in, and according to him, Kenpachi is not dead. Thank God, because if he died by a Bach copy off panel, I would have been so pissed off. Oh wait, hang on. All right. Another captain seems to be Byakuya. Byakuya? He's alive? Byakuya's alive? I mean, that's good and all. I mean, I like Byakuya, but all of that? All because of that? Byakuya's alive? I mean, we've heard his final words. His conversation with Ichigo. And his final thoughts towards Rukia and Renji. And his Zanpakuto breaking. The symbolism. And he was literally torn to shreds by his own Zenmon Sakura Kageyoshi. His own Bankai. And you mean to tell me he's alive? Don't get me wrong. I like Byakuya. And when he died, I freaked out. I couldn't believe it. I mean, see my 502 review. But every time we always come back to him, he's always like slowly alive. It looked like he was going to die, but now he's not going to die. I think it would have been a lot better if he did die. Again, no offense to Byakuya fans. I'm glad he's alive too, but if you really think about it, this would have been a great opportunity to bring impact to huge death. I mean, yes, Yamamoto did die, and so did Chojiro Sasakibe. Yeah, they died too, but Byakuya, we've seen him so many times, it looked like he was going to die, but knowing that he wasn't, it just, I don't know, maybe it would have brought even more impact towards the aftermath. I mean, yeah, granted, the aftermath of this war is actually a lot more darker than the aftermath of the fake Karakura Town arc or the Soul Society arc. It's a lot darker, yes, but it seems that the majority of the major characters are still alive. And also, what I don't understand, what happened to Izuru? Is he alive too? Because he's to be honest, he's a more popular character, more popular lieutenants than Sasakibe, so you'd think that we would know that he's alive, so... Yeah, Byakuya is not... To be honest, if you think about it, if he did die, and, you know, we get to see, like, how devastated Rukia and Renji are, maybe they would have taken that death and maybe used it to get stronger and probably to avenge Byakuya's death. You know, get some, you know, good character development from his death, Renji and Rukia. I thought this would have been a great opportunity to give some character development, or some screen time for Renji and Rukia, but I guess not. Moving on, yeah, Soifon, apparently she's just, you know, I guess she's like still angry that Yamamoto's dead, but because of her outburst, Kensei told her to shut up and that she was just embarrassing herself, but Soifon in her anger said that Kensei had a grudge against Yamamoto, and he was like happy on the inside, but Kensei was pissed off at this. But Kumamura, I kind of liked him in this. He tells Soifon to shut up, and that she's not the only one who's consumed by rage right now. But then we get to see Shinsui, and yeah, he's okay now. I think he's got a bit of a scar on his chest, and he's losing an eye from, you know, Quincy Gordon shot him in the eye, so I guess, wait, couldn't they just heal eyes? I mean, Soifon got her arm back, why couldn't they get his eye back? I mean, oh, whatever. Anyway, he was able to stop the argument, and he says this: the Gotei 13 was not established for us to mourn over the dead or lament about the destruction wrought on Soul Society. We are the shields of Soul Society. We will one step at a time move forward. We are the Gotei 13. I actually liked this part in this chapter. And, you know, right after that, that's when the chapter ends. So, you know what? I actually liked Shinsui in this because he manages to tell them that, you know, they're the 13 Court Guard squads. They have to move forward, and they don't have time to mourn. They have to keep going and hopefully stop the Vandenreich. And, you know, from this, I don't know, I think Shinsui might be the new head captain of Squad 1. Maybe. Well, him or Unohana. But, you know, I actually think that Shinsui might be good captain, because I think what he said was smart. I mean, yes, it's devastating that Yamamoto died, but they said that they have to move forward, and that's what they have to do right now. I mean, seriously, Quincy's just invaded Soul Society. They gotta stop them. Okay, so, you know, this chapter, I thought this was okay. We get to see the aftermath of what happened after the Sternritters have invaded Soul Society. Granted, it was a little bit more darker than, as I said before, it was more darker than the aftermath of Aizen in Fake Karakura Town arc, or Aizen's betrayal, Aizen, Ichimaru, and Kaname, who betrayed Soul Society in the Soul Society arc. But from what I can tell, majority of the characters are still alive. Izuru hasn't been confirmed whether he's dead or not for some reason. I don't know why. I guess Kubo didn't think it was that important for now. The whole thing about Byakuya not dying, I thought it was a wasted opportunity right there for Renji and Rukia, but whatever. And I will admit, it did seem like more depressing, but since the majority of the characters are still alive, it seems that they're still going to be able to move on forward. Now, what does this mean for, like, the Shinigamis who got their Bankai stolen? I mean, Soifon, Toshiro, Kumamura, are they going to get their Bankais back? Or, I mean, what's the deal with their Zanpakutos? I mean, are we ever going to know that too? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But I really want to know is, like, what's the deal with Ichigo's Quincy powers? And maybe about Masaki's backstory, sorry. I'm hoping Ishin shows up because he seriously needs to explain to his son about this. To be honest, he should have explained this right after the whole Aizen fiasco and the Fake Karakura Town arc. You'd think he would explain that to him sooner, but I guess not. I really, really hope we get to see the mysterious person with the sword. And what happened to Urahara, Chandler, Hime? I know that they said they were fine, but what happened in Las Noches? I mean, Huecamundo. What happened to them? 516 will probably see Ichigo probably learning about his Zanpakuto from his meeting with Mayuri. We'll see Soul Society trying to rebuild. I'm actually really hoping that Uryu finally shows up. I mean, I thought, you know, for a final arc about Quincy's, you'd think that Uryu would show up and get some character development, but so far, nothing yet. So, I don't know. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's happening for now, but overall, this was an okay chapter. So, yeah, that's Bleach chapter 515. I'm Lunar Spiral 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.